And welcome everybody to Patriot Bank Park here on the campus of Collierville High School, where tonight your SBA Eagles are going to be in action against the Collierville High School Dragons. A lot of action coming up here for the rest of the evening, but before we get everything started, I want to introduce you to the young men who will be competing in tonight's contest. We'll start with the home team from Collierville High School. In the first spot this evening, batting right fielder, number 10, Grayson Saunier. In the second position this evening, left fielder, number 19, Carson Chavis. Shortstop is up next, number 9, Cade Leatherwood. In the cleanup spot this evening, second baseman, number 8, Seth Brown. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Trent DeZemplin. Up next, the designated hitter, number 32, Bryce Donalds. Followed by first baseman, number 16, Griffin Baird. In the eighth spot, the center fielder, number 28, Dylan Powell. And wrapping up things for the Dragons, the third baseman, number 6, Thomas Crabtree. And now, for your SBA Eagles, leading things off, pitching on the mound, batting first, number 2, Luke Ellis. The third baseman, number 11, Joseph Gibson, in the second spot. The third batter this evening, the shortstop, number 5, Kaylin Culpepper. In the cleanup position this evening, the left fielder, number 19, Aiden Bowling. In the fifth spot, the designated hitter, Weston McAlexander, number 8. Batting next, the catcher, number 7, Lucas Dickey. Followed by the second baseman, number 12, Seamus Carrasco. In the eighth spot, the first baseman, number 3, Mason McHughes. And rounding up the order for your SBA Eagles in batting, center fielder, number 21, Cooper Bird. And then also playing right field, number 14, Mason Kaufman. So we're about ready to get things started here this evening as we are finishing up with the announcements for both teams here live and also with the national anthem. And then we'll get things going in just one moment. And the Collierville Dragons have taken the field, doing their final preps and warm-ups to get this game started. I do want to remind you that your SBA Eagles are going to be in action the remaining part of this week. We will be at home tomorrow evening against Houston High School. First pitch on that, 7 o'clock. Also, it's going to be senior picnic night, starting at 4 o'clock, going through the rest of the evening. The seniors will have activities throughout the campus. There'll be food trucks available, so come early, enjoy all the great food that's available via the food trucks, and then come on in and see a great basketball game between your Eagles and the Mustangs of Houston. These two teams met last week, close game right up until the end. So come on out and enjoy a great game of baseball tomorrow evening. Again, all this action takes place at Eagle Field, live on the campus of St. Benedict. Then on Thursday, the young men will be off. And Friday night, they'll be in action at North Point, again, against North Point High School. Action down there, first pitch, 6:30. And then the end of the season, the last game, regular season that is, will take place this Saturday, May 1st. First pitch on that one's going to be 2:30 against Millington High School. So, again, you have plenty of opportunities to see these young men in action in regular season. And we're ready for the first pitch of the game. Luke Ellis is in the box. Here comes the first pitch to him. Foul back for strike 1. So, again, Luke Ellis leading things off for your Eagles. The senior from St. Benedict. Again, we know Luke is going to be taking his talents just north of here to Ole Miss, be pitching for the Rebels next year. First pitch a little high and outside for ball 1. Evening up things here at 1-1. Next pitch also a little bit outside. 2-1 now the count. A beautiful baseball facility here at Collierville High School. First notch all the way around. Luke puts one in play out to center field. The center fielder comes in, but is going to let it drop. So, base hit for Luke, leading things off the Eagles. And that's going to bring up your third baseman, number 11, Joseph Gibson, to the plate. So Joseph steps into the box with Luke Ellis over at first. Here at the top of the first, over at Patriot Bank Park on the campus of Collierville High School. And the pitcher trying to keep Luke a little honest there. Plays over to first. Luke easily back in time. Left-hander on the mound, Mr. Shields. Here comes his pitch. Oh, Joseph goes to the bunt, fouls it back out of play for strike one. Joseph, also a senior, St. Benedict, keeping his options open here for college right now. Here comes the pitch. Look. Oh, the umpire liked that one. Caught the outside corner, strike two. So no 2 count now to Gibby. Again, remember Luke over at first. Fouled back. Count still remains 0-2. Gibby gets ready for the 0-2 pitch. Oh, the pitcher's going to entice Luke to go back to the bag, which he did. A little throw over there. Now he's turned his attention to Joseph at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Right there for the third strike and the first out of the inning for your Eagles. So that's going to bring you shortstop, Kalen Culpepper, now to the plate. Again, Kalen will, a senior, St. Benedict's going to be taking his talents to Kansas State next year. As he gets ready for his first pitch of the evening. And here it comes. Oh, inside. Actually, a little bit too inside. It caught him. And that's going to send Kalen on down to first. Now making his way to the plate, your left fielder this evening, number 19, Aiden Bowling. He's going to be in the cleanup position. Looking at 2 teammates on base at first and second. Aiden, a junior at St. Benedict. Here comes the first pitch. A little bit high and outside for the first ball. So Aiden again at the plate. Luke Ellis at second. Kalen Culpepper at first. And the pitch. Just checking to see if he came around. Field umpire says no. So the count 2-0. Again, we're in the top half of the first inning. Just 1 out on your Eagles so far. And the pitch. Foul back for the first strike of the plate appearance for Mr. Bowling. 2-1 now the count. Apologize for the voice tonight. A little scratchy. Hope it's not too irritating for you for the rest of the evening. Pitcher looking at the runners. Here comes the next pitch. Aiden puts it in play. Gets past the second baseman into the outfield. It's going to be a close one here at the plate. Here comes the throw. It's cut by the pitcher. And your Eagles take a 1-run lead here at the top of the first. Next up, for your Eagles, the designated hitter, Weston McAlexander, junior at St. Benedict. First pitch to him, a little bit inside, and Kalen is off to the races and slides in safely at third base. Weston gets ready for the second pitch of his plate appearance. A little bit low for the first ball. As Weston gets ready for the third pitch, and it's going to be a little bit inside. The runner's off to the races. Throw down to second, not in time. And now you have runners now at second and third.
Go, Brian, let's go.
Again, one out here at the top of the first inning. One run advantage for your Eagles. Again, the Dragons hadn't come to bat yet. Next pitch. Catches the outside corner. And that's going to send Weston back to the dugout with the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring your catcher now to the plate. Number 7, Lucas Dickey, making his first plate appearance of the evening. Remember, we got runners at second and third. 2 outs. Lucas puts it in play over the second baseman's head for a base hit out in the right field, and that's going to score 1. And it's going to be close at the plate, and he's safe in for the third run of the game. So, 3 runs in the top half of the first inning for your Eagles. And that's going to bring Seamus Carrasco to the plate, your second baseman. And the pitcher is going to try to get the runner at first. That's Alex Twig, who's come in as a pinch runner for Lucas. Seamus in the box. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. Seamus fouls the next one back, so quickly falls behind 0-2. So Seamus, here comes the delivery. Doesn't catch the outside. That's going to be the first ball of the plate appearance. So 1-2 now the count. Again, 2 outs. Runner at first. Eagles have picked up 3 runs here at the top of the first. A little bit high for the second ball, which evens up the count now at 2-2. Oh, it's going to be a little bit inside and low. And that's going to bring our count to full. Again, with 2 outs, runner at first, here at the top of the first. And the 3-2 pitch, the delivery, swing and a miss. And that's going to bring the third out of the inning. But your Eagles pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. And through 1/2 inning of play, lead the contest by a score of 3 runs with the Dragons coming to bat. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back here at Patriot Bank Field on the new campus of Collierville High School, an impressive campus with an impressive ballpark as well. Your Eagles now are on defense, bottom half of the first inning. New face in the lineup this evening. Mason McHugh's back from the disabled list, if you will. Over at first for the Eagles defensively. And we are ready for the Dragons at bat. Leading things off for the Dragons, the white fielder number 10, Grayson Saunier. Left-handed batter. Facing Luke, the left-handed pitcher. And here we go. First pitch. Right there for strike one. Luke readies himself. Here comes the next one. That's going to be a little outside for ball one. 1-1 now the count. Here at the bottom half of the first inning. Foul down the third base line. That's going to bring our count now to 1-2. Swing and a miss for the third strike and the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the number 2 batter for the Dragons, the left fielder, number 19, Carson Chavis. First pitch, Carson catches the outside corner for strike one. Luke ready to fire again. And here comes the pitch. Just a little bit high. Evens up the count now to 1-1. Luke's wind up. Ooh, a little bit high and outside. 2-1 now the count. See if we can bring a little bit of the outside action into the broadcast as well by opening up the window here. Umpire liked that one. So now the count's 2-2 to Mr. Chavis. Second batter of the evening for the Collierville High School Dragons. And the pitch knocks the ball down the first base line. Foul ball though. So Luke will reset and be ready to fire again. And the 2-2 pitch. A little high and outside to bring things now full. So full count on the left fielder. And the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be high outside and send Carson down to first base. So now, coming up next in the third spot, the shortstop, number 9, Cade Leatherwood.
Now batting for the Dragons, shortstop, number 9, Cade Leatherwood.
So the Dragons have a runner at first, and the third man up. First pitch, strike one. Again, if you're just joining us, we're just getting things started here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Your Eagles on top of things right now by 3 runs. Ball gets past the catcher, and that's going to send Carson down to second. If I could remember to keep up with things graphically on the computer, that would be a better thing as well. Y'all must forgive me. Get more excited about watching the game than clicking on the graphics. But I realize that's an important thing for you at home as well. Luke puts the next pitch. And foul back by the batter. 4 strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Dragons already have one out. Runner over at second base, trailing by 3 runs here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch, ooh, a little bit high and inside. Evening things up now, 2-2. Luke casting an eye back at the runner at second. Now here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Over the backstop. Count still at 2-2. Luke now getting the signals from his catcher. Looking back at his runner at second. And the 2-2 delivery. Hit sharply between the first and second baseman for a base hit out into right field. And that's going to score the runner. So now the score now 3-1. And that's going to bring up the cleanup man, second baseman, number 8, Seth Brown. Seth's got a teammate over at first base. And they put some paint on the scoreboard as well. First pitch, called ball. So 1-0 count on the cleanup batter. A little bit low for ball 2. So just to kind of level set everything for everyone. Off the last base hit, the Dragons bring in their first run of the evening. Currently have a runner at first. And the cleanup man has got a 3-0 count on him after the last ball. Still just 1 out on the Dragons. Luke set. Here comes the pitch. That one's there for a strike. So a 3-1 count on the cleanup batter, Mr. Brown. He's got a Dragon over on first. And the pitch. It's right there for strike 2. So full count now on Mr. Brown. Again, a Dragon runner over at first. Trailing by 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. Ball hit, but foul. Count's going to remain at 3-2. Got to say, this is the first field we played on this year with a video scoreboard. Really nice to see the pictures of the players up there. Timeout call by the umpire as the batter steps out of the box. Luke resets himself as well as the batter back now at the plate and ready for the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. And it's going to be ball 4. And that's going to put runners now at first and second for the Dragons. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 4, Trent DeZemplin. So the catcher readies himself now at the plate, looking at 2 teammates at first and second, and watching strike 1. Again, 1 out here at the bottom of the first for the Dragons. And the pitch catches the inside corner, according to the umpire. And Luke quickly jumps out to an 0-2 count on the batter. The 0-2 pitch little bit low for the first ball of the encounter. 1-2 now. Remember, 2 runners for the Dragons, first and second. Still just 1 out. And here comes the pitch. Ball hit into the backstop. And the count remains at 1-2. Luke's watching the runners. Turns his attention to the batter, and here's the pitch. A little bit high. Bringing the count now to 2-2. Again, while we're waiting for the next pitch, remember, your Eagles are going to be in action tomorrow evening at Eagle Field versus the Houston Mustangs. First pitch, 7 o'clock. Speaking of pitches, next pitch, low and outside for ball 3. 3-2 now, the count. To the catcher. Again, tomorrow night, as we mentioned earlier, is the senior picnic day, so food trucks and all other activities be going on at campus, and the game versus Houston as well for the students and fans. Here comes the 3-2 pitch by Luke. Swing and a foul ball over the Eagle dugout. And the count still remains at 3-2. And the runner's off on third. It's a hit and run. Luke gets the ball, throws it off balance. Mason McHugh's off the bag, so the runner is safe at first. And now the Dragons have runners at all bases and still 1 out. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 32, Bryce Donalds. And errors continue to plague your Eagles. It looked like a relatively routine play to first, but no go. First pitch, a little high, according to the umpire, for ball 1. Again, the Dragons have runners at first, second, and third, 1 out. Trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the first. Second pitch, a little high and inside for the second ball of the encounter. Third pitch is right there on the money. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Luke wasting no time. Here comes the next pitch. Oh! Almost got the young man in the head. That's going to bring the count now to 3-1. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. And the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Increasing the drama here at Patriot Bank Park. 3-2 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the pitch. Outside for ball 4. And that's going to bring a run across the plate. And the pitching coach is going to make a visit out to the mound here early in the bottom of the first. Again, we told you about what's going on Wednesday night at the Eagle Field. Remember, Friday night your Eagles will be in action again down at North Point High School. First pitch down there is going to be 6:30. And then regular season wraps up this Saturday. First pitch 2:30 in the afternoon over at Eagle Field against Millington High School. And then your Eagles will be off through the first part of next week, and then regional tournament action begins on Thursday the 6th. So we're back to action now. First baseman number 16, Griffin Baird, is up to the plate. Again, bases still loaded for the Dragons, still 1 out. And the first pitch Called strike by the umpire. So 0-1. Luke ready to fire again. Here it comes. That's strike 2. So 0-2 count now on the current batter. Luke ready to fire again. Here it comes. Ball hit in play above the third baseman. He makes the play at home for the force out and the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring the center fielder number 28, Dylan Powell, to the plate. Looking at the same scenario. Bases loaded. However, the only difference is now the count of the outs is up to 2. Here comes Luke's first pitch. That's inside for ball 1. Again, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss for the first strike. So a 1-1 count now on Mr. Powell. Next pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. Luke ready to deliver. Next pitch, and here it comes. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for the third strike and the third out of the inning. The Dragons strand 3, and at the end of 1 full inning to play, your SB Eagles, I can't even talk this evening, folks, 3, the Collierville High School Dragons 2. And we'll be right back in just a minute. We are back at Patriot Bank Park, ready for the start of the second inning. That means we're ready for first baseman Mason McHughes. Taking his first pitch outside for ball 1. First game of the season for Mason, who's been out with a hand injury. Puts the ball down, back to the dugout. Foul ball, strike 1. So 1-1 now the count to Mason McHughes. A junior at St. Benedict. Ready for his third pitch. Puts the ball in play to the third baseman. And third baseman picks it up. Does not have a play at first. And Mason's going to be safely on to start the inning for the Eagles. Batting next for your Eagles, the center fielder, number 21, Cooper Bird. Cooper, a senior with St. Benedict, talking things over with the head coach before his plate appearance. Again, Mason safely at first. Here at the top of the second. 1-run difference between these two teams. Now Cooper's up at the plate, ready for action. And ready for his first pitch of the game. Here it comes. Oh, the umpire liked that one for strike 1. So an 0-1 count now to Cooper Bird. And the pitch. The bunt was on. And the umpire calls strike 2. So the Dragon pitcher now has jumped out to an 0-2 lead over Cooper. He's ready for the next pitch. Fouled back. Count still stays at 0-2. Pitcher set. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, it catches the outside corner for the third strike. And the first out of the inning. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, which means we're ready for the pitcher, Mr. Luke Ellis. Luke's had a base hit to center field his first time at bat. Hoping for similar, if not better, results this time. Ball hit sharply down the third base line, just foul. Inches just outside the bag. Again, Luke not only an outstanding athlete, but an outstanding scholar as well. Many honor, scholastic accolades he has achieved this year. And he's in the box right now for his second plate appearance. Takes the next pitch as a ball, evening up things at 1-1. Told you Luke's going to be playing baseball down at Ole Miss next year. He's going to be majoring in general business. So he's looking past the life of baseball as well. Third pitch in there for ball. So 2-1 now the count to Mr. Ellis. Again, Mason down there at first base. Hoping Luke can do something to get him closer to home plate. And the pitch. That one's going to catch the outside corner. And that will even up things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Luke and all these other seniors on this team will be graduating a week from this Friday. Luke puts it in play, taps it down there to third baseman. Third baseman scoops it up, tries to get over to first, not in time. The ball actually goes into the outfield. And that's going to bring Mason, or give Mason a chance to get to third. And now your Eagles are going to have runners at first and third with 1 out. And that's going to bring up your third baseman, Joseph Gibson. Struck out his first time at bat. I know he's definitely looking to do something different than that this time up. And as Joseph gets ready to come to the plate, looking at his teammates at first and third, as the pitcher gets set for his first delivery, oh, he's going to put a play back over to first, just to keep Luke honest. Luke back safely, of course. So the first pitch, a little bit outside there for ball 1. And the next pitch, that's going to be high and outside for ball 2. So again, Joseph Gibson at the plate. Luke at first, Mason at third, and the pitch. Oh, the umpire liked that one. That's going to be 2-1 now on Gibby. As the catcher trots out to the mound for conference with his pitcher. And Joseph will talk things over with his head coach as well. Conference is done as the catcher comes back and takes his place, and Gibby makes his way back to the box. So we get ready here at the top of the second inning. 1 out on your Eagles so far. Runners at the corners. Still a 1-run lead in this still early game. Here we go. Here's the next pitch. Oh, it sinks in there for a strike. 2-2 now the count to Mr. Gibson. As he's trying to do something to get his teammates closer to home. And the pitch. And it comes in for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring the shortstop, Kalen Culpepper, number 5, to the plate. Looking to get something going to get his teammates across the plate. Kalen readies himself now for the first pitch. Here it comes. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Puts it in play, high to left center. Outfielders are tracking. And they're under it for the catch. And the third out of the inning. Your Eagles pick up 2 hits, but can't get anybody across the plate. So the score at 1.5 inning of play still remains your SBA Eagles 3, the Collierville High School Dragons 2. We'll be back for the bottom half of the second inning in just a minute. And we're back to action here on the campus of Collierville High School, home of the Dragons. As the 9th man in the order comes to the plate, the third baseman, number 6, Thomas Crabtree. His first plate appearance of the evening. Defensively, your Eagles still the same. As the batter steps out of the box momentarily. Now he's ready. And as Luke gets ready for his first pitch of the second inning, and here it comes. Fouled back for the first strike. Again, 9th man in the order for the Dragons this evening. Luke is set, and here comes the second pitch. A little bit low, according to the umpire. So that's going to be 1-1 now on the third baseman. And the pitch. Foul down the first base line to bring the count now to 1-2. Last official day for the seniors today. Next pitch outside. Now at a 2-2 count to Mr. Crabtree. Luke wasting no time between pitches, and here comes the fire into the next one. A little bit inside to bring his count to full. Had a lot of plate appearances to go into full count, which has really upped Luke's pitch count this evening. Ball hit foul over the Eagle dugout, keeping the count now at 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch. Again, hit foul down the first base line. A lot of action chasing foul balls this evening, that's for sure. And the pitch. Right there for the third strike. And the first out of the inning. That's going to bring us now to the top of the order for the Dragons. And that's mean we're ready for the right fielder, number 10, Carson Chavis. Struck out his first plate appearance. No Luke would like to repeat that. First pitch there for strike one. It's going to be outside for Luke. And 1-1 now the count. Luke ready to fire. And he does, a little low and outside. It's going to bring our count now to Mr. Chavis to 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch outside. 3-1 now the count. I want to thank the hospitality of the Collierville Dragons for allowing me to be up here in the press box with them this evening. Oh, there's the second strike. Now bringing our count full. So the 3-2 count, and here comes that pitch. Right back to the pitcher. Kalen gets a glove on it over to first for the second out of the inning. Now making the way to the plate, the left fielder, number 19, Carson Chavis. This is Carson's second appearance this evening. Found his way to first via 4 balls delivered by Luke. And the first pitch is going to be low for ball 1. That's going to be inside for ball 2. Luke and Kalen both chosen preseason top 20 metro area players by the Commercial Appeal. Great honor for both of them. Third pitch swung on and missed for the first strike. Bringing our count now to 2-1. Again, 2 outs on the Dragons. Oh, and that's going to make contact with Carson, and that's going to send him down to first base. Now we're ready for the shortstop for the Dragons, number 9, Cade Leatherwood. Had a base hit to right field his last time up. Scenario for him right now is he's got a runner over at first. There's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. Still a 1-run difference between these 2 teams. Cade gets ready for his first pitch, and here it comes. Right down the middle for strike 1. It's an 0-1 count now. As Luke eyes the runner at first. And now focuses his attention on first. And the runner's off to the races. Ball mishandled by the catcher, so the runner will easily take second. Count now 1-1 to Cade. Now his team rate is down at second. Still 2 outs here. Bottom of the second. Batter calls timeout. Steps out of the box. And now he's back to the plate and ready for action. And Luke, see, he cast his glance at second, delivers down the plate. Outside. For ball 2. And now Lucas is going to go have a talk with his pitcher out on the mound just to make sure that things are okay. So here's where we are. Cade's at the plate. He's got a 2-1 count on him. There's 2 outs, and there's a runner at second. Here in the bottom of the second, Eagles hold a 3-2 lead, and a swing on and a miss for the second strike of the plate appearance now for Mr. Leatherwood. Bringing our count now to 2-2. So Luke Ellis 1 strike away from getting his team back in the dugout. Trying to keep the runner at second honest. And now the 2-2 pitch. Inside. Oh, evidently caught the inside corner according to the umpire. And that's going to be the 3rd strike and the 3rd out for the Dragons, who pick up 2. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong line over here. No hits for the Dragons here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. They strand 1. And now through 2 full innings of play, your Eagles lead this contest by a score of 3-2. And will be up to bat in the top of the 3rd in just 1 minute. And we are back to action. Top of the 3rd, as your Eagles are coming to bat. Leading things off for your Eagles, the top of the 3rd, is going to be your left fielder, number 19, Aiden Bowling. His 2nd plate appearance of the evening. Base hit to center field his first time up at bat. And his first pitch puts the ball back to his dugout for foul and strike 1. And the next pitch. Umpire didn't like that one. 1-1 now. Count to Aiden. Excuse me. And here comes the pitch. A little bit outside for the 2nd called ball. And the catcher's going to have a conference out there with his pitcher. Actually, the whole infield's going to have a conference with his pitcher as the coach comes out there as well. And again, let me remind all of you once again, I know you're maybe at home listening to us this evening. We would love to have you come out and see these young men in regular season action. Only 3 games remaining to catch them in the regular season, 2 of which are going to be on the campus of St. Benedict over at Eagle Field. One of those is tomorrow night. So 7 o'clock is the first pitch, as your SBA Eagles will be taking on the Mustangs of Houston High School. Again, there'll be a lot of action going on the campus because it's the senior picnic as well. Food trucks of great varieties that are out there for you to come early and get your dinner taken care of out there. Be great music, great activities out there for everyone. And at 7 o'clock, your Eagles will be taking on the Mustangs. Friday night, they'll be, again, North Point High School, away game, and then back for their final game of the regular season on Saturday. First pitch there after the conference by Aiden, puts it sharply line drive out into right field for a base hit. Aiden has been on fire with his bat this season. Been very consistent. So now Weston McAlexander comes to the plate, the designated hitter, with teammate Aiden Bowling over at first. Trying to get him closer to home. He thought about going, and they say he did. So strike one is the call to Weston. Again, Aiden over at first. That ball's going to be low and inside for ball one. Aiden and Weston both are juniors, St. Benedict. And the pitcher makes a play back over to first. Aiden back in time. And the pitch catches the outside corner, bringing the count to 1-2. Weston been a little injured here in the arm, his throwing arm. It's giving him difficulty out there in the field, still allowing him to bat though, which is a good thing for the Eagles. So a 1-2 count now to Weston. Aiden over at first, no outs yet. Swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. While Weston is swinging, Aiden is off to the races and now takes his place over at second. So that's going to bring up your catcher, number 7, Lucas Dickey, to the plate. Lucas had a base hit to right field last time up. Lucas, another senior, St. Benedict. Oh, we're going to make a play back to second. Aiden's back in time. Lucas hoping to continue his baseball career at the next level as well. Has not committed at this point. And the pitch to Lucas. Oh, that's inside. Didn't see it. No, it didn't catch him. 1-0 now the count. Again, top of the third here at beautiful Patriot Bank Park. Under the lights. Low and outside for ball 2. Beautiful baseball environment out here. Two 2-0 now the count to Lucas, and here comes the pitch. That one looked to be there, and it was. Strike one, the call by the umpire. Bringing the count to Lucas to 2-1. Lucas puts the ball in play down the first base line, foul. And that's going to tie things up. 2-2 now. So Lucas facing a 2-2 count. Again, Aiden over at second. One out here for your Eagles here in the top of the third. And the pitch. Swing down the first baseline, foul. Count still remains 2-2. Lucas wants to study biochem while he's in college. Very aggressive field of study. And he swings at the pitch with no contact for the third strike and the second out of the inning. So now the junior second baseman Seamus Carrasco makes his way to the plate with 2 outs now here at the top of the third. Again, Aiden over at second. hoping that someone will help him get closer to home. I think Chavis is thinking the exact same thing. Chavis gets ready for his first pitch. And here it comes. A little bit low and inside for ball one. Chavis gets ready for his next pitch. Swing and a miss to even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hope y'all have enjoyed the live streams that we've been providing for you this season for baseball. I hate that we can't do video for you on the road, but it's just too much equipment to get out to these areas, and we all don't have great locations like we do tonight up here in the press box. Most of the time we're right there at the backstop, so it kind of makes it difficult to judge what we can and can't do. But out of the last 3 games, 2 of them will be home, and you'll be seeing both video and having to put up with my voice again as well. Sorry about that on the front end, but we appreciate your comments and feedback throughout the season as well. Next pitch comes in there. A strike's called on Mr. Carrasco. Now he's looking at a 1-2 count with 2 outs here at the top of the 3rd and Aiden over at 2nd. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. So, your Eagles they do pick up 1 hit, They strand Aiden at 2nd. And through 2.5 innings of play, still hold on to a 1-run lead over the Dragons. And we'll be back for the bottom half of the 3rd in just a moment. And we're back for the bottom of the 3rd inning here on the campus of Collierville High School. And the individual making their way to the plate is the cleanup batter, the 2nd baseman, number 8, Seth Brown. Seth walked his first time at the plate this evening. And Luke Ellis remains on the mound for your Eagles. And throws the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Defensively, your Eagles still the same. Ball put in play and a base hit between the 3rd baseman and the shortstop to get the leadoff batter for the Dragons on base. So Trent DeSimplin, the catcher, number 4, makes his way to the plate. Trent reached his first plate appearance on an error, plate with a teammate over on first. No outs here, the bottom of the 3rd. Again, the Dragons trailing by a run. And the first pitch. Swing on with no contact for strike 1. Again, Luke already over 70 pitches this evening. And the next pitch, it's inside. Ball 1. 1-1 count now. Luke eyeing the runner over at first as he gets ready to deliver to Mr. Trent. Here it comes. A little bit high. And that'll bring the count now to 2-1. Again, we're in the bottom of the third. No outs. Yep. Dragons have their leadoff man over at first. Next pitch did not catch the plate. 4-3. Luke's gotten behind now on the batter with a 3-1 count. And a swing and a miss for the second strike, and that'll bring our count full. So the catcher, that's a full count on him. Runner over at first for the Dragons. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 4. And that's going to get the first 2 batters of the inning on base for the Dragons. And now the designated hitter, number 32, Bryce Donalds, is making his way to the plate. There'll be a pinch runner over here for the catcher. Don't know if I have his name or not. Number 12, Marcus Lee, is the pinch runner over at first. And the first pitch, that's going to be called ball. So again, 2 runners on, the first 2 batters actually, for the Dragons, here at the bottom of the third. First pitch is ball, and the next pitch, right there for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Here's Luke. Ball gets past the catcher, and that means the runners are going to advance 90 feet closer to home plate. So now we have runners now at second and third. And still 0 outs. Now we got some controversy here. So we're calling, looks like maybe there could be possible interference on our third baseman, which has caused the Dragon runner to cross the plate. Head coach of your Eagles is discussing that with the umpire at this moment. And that's going to put another score on the board for the Dragons, evening things up in this contest now at 3 runs apiece. So 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Runner now at second. And strike 2 called as Luke's pitch catches the inside corner. Evening up things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a little controversy here early on in the game. No matter what, the game is all tied up now at 3 runs apiece. And we're back to action here. Again, Luke getting ready for the 2-2 pitch. And here it comes. Just a tad bit high. And again, Luke finds himself in a full count. Wish I'd been keeping up with how many times that has happened this evening. It has really elevated his pitch count tonight. And the runner is off. And he's out. Oh, I thought he was out. Evidently, he got around the individual somehow. And while they're arguing with the catcher, while the team is arguing with the umpire, the runner from third scores to cause the Dragons now to take the lead 4-3. While the players were trying to discuss with the field umpire, the runner at third wisely took off to home and scored the go-ahead run for the Dragons. Craziness happening here in the bottom of the third. And the next pitch is ball 4, and the Dragon takes his place at first. Still no outs here in the bottom of the third. And that's going to bring up Griffin Baird, the first baseman, number 16. And the first pitch, it hits him. He's off to first. Luke has been rattled this evening, it looks like. So now Dragons have runners at first and second. So 2 walks and a hit batter this inning. And a bunt. Luke makes the play over to first for the first out of the inning. But that will move the runners over a base. So now the Dragons have runners at second and third with 1 out here at the bottom of the third, now leading this contest by a score of 4-3. So after the sacrifice bunt, Thomas Crabtree, the third baseman, makes his way to the plate with 2 teammates over at second and third. And Luke's first pitch, high for ball 1. The Eagles need to calm down out there. Again, a season of errors has really turned the tides for these young men this season. Second pitch, called ball, outside. 2-0 now the count. Now here comes a 2-1 pitch. That's going to be inside for the third ball. Bringing the count down to 3-1. Again, runners at second and third for the Dragons. 1 out. And the young man will take his place at first after the 4th ball. And that's going to load up the bases for the Dragons. And the Dragons are back to the top of the order. Right fielder, Grayson Saunier. This is Grayson's 3rd plate appearance of the evening. Struck out his first time up, grounded out short the second time up. And the coach will make a trip out to the mound to talk to his young pitcher as he faces a bases loaded 1 out situation. Quick conference as he heads back to the dugout. Again, the Dragons picked up 4 runs off of 2 hits this evening. Both teams share an error. There's the first pitch for strike 1. As Luke tries to get himself out of this inning. Here comes the next pitch. Just outside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Again, 3-4 now in favor of the Dragons. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the ball gets past the catcher. And that's going to cause a run to cross the plate for the Dragons. And move the other 2 over 1 base. So now runners at second and third. Dragons now leading by a score of 5-3. Ball hit foul, bringing things now to 1-2. Dragons have picked up 3 runs this inning without a single hit. But they still score the same on the scoreboard. And a swing and a miss for the 3rd strike and the 2nd out of the inning. So the left fielder now is due up. Carson Chavis had a walk his first time up. Was hit by a pitch second time up. And here he is now for his 3rd plate appearance. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Again, as he looks at his teammates at second and third. Ball hit, base hit up the middle, and that's going to score 1, and that's going to score 2, and the young man will go into second. Another little controversy on whether or not a tag was made on the young man. Field umpire calls him safe. So with 2 more runs, that's going to bring the score to 7-3 in favor of the Dragons. And that's going to be all for Mr. Luke Ellis this evening. Tough evening for Mr. Ellis. Looks like Cooper Bird will be taking his spot on the mound. So Cooper Bird moving from, can't see his number. Yeah, that's what it is. Cooper moving from center to the mound, and Luke and he'll just switch places. As Cooper warms up. Told you about the action that's going on between now and the end of the week. The following week all starts on May the 6th for regional tournament action. Again, regional tournament this year will be held on the campus of Memphis University School. All that action will take place on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. Again, more opportunities to get your Eagles in action before the season winds down. All based upon what happens there. We'll be able to inform you at the time what next steps may be for the Eagles. But right now, they have 2 outs here in a very tough bottom of the 3rd inning where the Dragons have picked up 5 runs. So, the first batter that Mr. Bird will be facing will be the shortstop, Cade Leatherwood. Again, the Dragons have their runner at second. Again, picked up 5 runs this inning. And a difficult inning for your Eagles, that's for sure. First pitch, just a little bit low for ball 1. As Cooper gets set, here comes the next pitch. Umpire liked that one. So now the count 1-1. Again, Cooper looking to try to get his Eagles out of this inning, back to the dugout. Didn't quite catch the plate on that one. That's going to bring our count down to 2 balls and 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Five-run inning so far for the Dragons. Oh, that's going to be inside and high for the 3rd ball of the encounter. Now 3-1 the count. And the pitch, that looked like a strike. The umpire agreed, and the count is full. Cooper set now for the 3-2 pitch. And the delivery is just a tad bit high, and that's going to put the batter on. And bring now 2 Dragon runners out there, first and second. And we're back to the young man who led things off here this inning. Coming up to the plate for his 2nd time in the 3rd inning, second baseman Seth Brown. First pitch doesn't catch the inside corner, so ball 1 is the call. Again, Cooper trying to get his teammates into the dugout. Here comes the pitch. That one looked good. Umpire agrees. Strike 1 now. 1-1 the count. Again, we're still here in the bottom of the 3rd. Seems like we've been here for a while. And we have. Next pitch, a little bit low and inside. That's going to bring our count now to 2-1. Cooper becomes set. That one's a little bit outside. So 3-1 now the count to the Dragon batter. Dragon runners first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that's going to load up the bases. I'll send up the catcher to the plate next. Trent DeSimplin. Again, his 2nd plate appearance. Walked his first time up this inning. And he's back up with the bases loaded. And a 4-run advantage. Oh, the ball gets through the catcher's legs. That's going to score another run as the other base runners will advance. Things just not going your Eagles' way this evening for sure. So the Dragons now lead the contest 8-3. The ball's popped up in the air. It may be playable. Can Luke get to it? Lucas gets to it. He can't get to it. And the ball drops foul. Thought he might get to it. Had a collision back there with the wall. Hope he's okay. And the batter will come back to the box. And we continue with the action. 1-1 now the count. Ball hit out into right field. The right player's tracking. The second baseman comes out and makes a heck of a catch out there in right to end the inning finally for your Eagles. Dragons pick up 5 runs off of 1 hit and now lead the contest. Actually, they picked up 6 runs off of 1 hit and now lead the contest by a score of 8-3. As your Eagles will be coming to bat here at the top of the 4th, but not until we take a moment break. We'll be right back. We're back to action. Ready for the top of the 4th inning. Eagle first baseman Mason McHughes will be leading things off for your Eagles as they found themselves now in a 5-run deficit. And the first pitch to Mason catches the outside corner for strike 1. And it's strike 2. Just that fast on Mr. McHughes. So 0-2 now the count. First batter, top of the 4th inning. Here on the campus of Collierville High School, where the Dragons have taken an 8-3 run lead over your SBA Eagles. And here comes the next pitch. That's going to be outside for the first ball of the exchange. So 1-2 count now to Mason. Again, his first game this season due to a broken hand. And he swings on the last pitch. Strike. And that will be the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring Cooper Bird to the plate for his second plate appearance this evening. Struck out his first time at bat. Puts the ball in play to the third baseman, out past the third baseman to left field for a base hit to start the things off for your Eagles. Now we're back to the top of the order. Now center fielder Luke Ellis makes his way to the plate. First pitch to Luke. Called strike. Again, one out on your Eagles. Cooper Bird now, base runner over first. Luke at the plate. And Luke has a 1-1 count on him after that last ball. Cooper Bird, by the way, he's going to be heading down south to Mississippi State University in the fall. Luke puts one down to third base line, foul. And that'll bring the count now to 1-2. Telling you about Cooper Bird, going to be studying political science. He could be your next future U.S. Senator. And it's a swing and a miss by Luke Ellis for the second out of the inning. So that means the number 2 man in the order this evening, Joseph Gibson, your third baseman, is going to make his way to the plate. 2 plate appearances, 2 strikeouts for Gibby, as the pitcher makes a play over to first on Cooper, unsuccessfully. Foul back over the SBA dugout for the first strike to Joseph. Again, Joseph looking to get a rally going here in the top of the 4th. Help make up some ground lost at the bottom of the 3rd. Next pitch outside. Ball 1 now. 1-1. As Gibby gets ready for the 3rd pitch. And here it comes. Puts out into right center. Right fielder's tracking it. Back there to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. And that's going to send your Eagles back out on defense. And through 3.5 innings of play, the score remains the same. Collierville Dragons 8, SBA Eagles 3. And we'll be back in just a minute. We're back to action here in the bottom of the 4th. First batter up for the Dragons, the designated hitter, number 32, Bryce Donalds. First pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1. Couple of changes here in the lineup defensively for your Eagles. We'll tell you after this next pitch. Ball fouled back for the first strike. Luke Ellis has moved over to first after throwing that many pitches. I can understand why. Mason Kaufman now is out in right. Alex Twigg is taking over the duties over in center field. Little inside there, bringing the count now to 2-1. Aiden stays out in left field, and Gibby still stays at third. Kalen still stays at short. Chavis still over at second. Outside pitch brings our count now to 3-1. And the fourth ball will send Mr. Donalds down to first base and bring up the first baseman, Griffin Baird. Third plate appearance for Mr. Baird. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Hit by a pitch his second plate appearance. And now here he is for his third at bat. And the first pitch to him, over the plate, but just too high for ball one. Again, as we are here at the top of the bottom of the fourth inning. My mind's playing tricks on me. Bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss now. Going to even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Dragons have a runner over at first. No outs as of now. And a 5-run advantage over your Eagles. Ball hit sharply to third base. Gibby's there for the catch. Gets it to second for the first one. And he gets him at it's first for the double play. That was a tight call for sure. But the call was made in favor of your Eagles. 2 outs now. That will bring the center fielder, number 28, Dylan Powell, to the plate, who struck out his first time at bat, laid down a sacrifice bunt his second time up, and here he is right now with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch outside. And here comes the next pitch. That's going to be outside as well. 2-0 now the count. And the third pitch. Again, same spot, outside. 3-0 the count. Oh, we caught the inside corner there. Bring the count now to 3-1. So 3-1 the count. And the pitch. In the dirt for the fourth ball. And that will send Mr. Powell over to first. And that's going to bring the third baseman, Thomas Crabtree, to the plate. Struck out and walked his first 2 times at bat. And now here he is with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth and a runner at first. And a 5-run lead for his Dragons. Cooper making a play over to first. Dylan back in time. I could put Dylan on the screen. There we go. I'm graphically challenged. Dylan's off to the races. The catcher makes the throw down the second, not in time. And Dylan is safely moved 90 feet closer to the plate, home plate. Again, so a 1-0 count on the current batter. Runner at second now. Ball fouled back to even things up at 1-1. As Cooper gets ready, he's set. And the 1-1 delivery. Fouled back. Bring things to 1-2. Cooper just one strike away from getting his team off the field and back on offense to see what they can do to chisel away at this 5-run lead by the Dragons. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits for the Dragons at the bottom of the fourth. And your score through 4 complete innings of play still remains Dragons 8, Eagles 3. And we'll be back for the top of the 5th action in just a minute. And we're back. We're ready for the top of the 5th action here at Patriot Bank Park on the campus of Collierville High School. Batting first for your Eagles in this inning, shortstop, number 5, Kalen Culpepper. Kalen was hit by a pitch his first time up. That pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. He flew out to left field his second time up and looking to get things going for his Eagles here at the top of the 5th. Finding themselves down by 5 runs here. And it's another pitch, and it's another ball. 2-0 now the count. And he puts one high in the air, under the third baseman under it, to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Now the cleanup batter, Aiden Bowling, makes his way in the batter's box. Aiden 2 for 2 at the plate this evening. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. Nobody on base for the Eagles here at the top of the 5th. 1 out. Again, trailing by 5. Aiden swings and misses to even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Eagles looking to get something going to put some runs on the board. Next pitch, call a ball by the umpire, bringing our count down to 2 balls and 1 strike. Aiden puts, whoa, it's fouled back over the backstop. And now he's looking at a 2-2 count. Again, 2 base hits this evening for Aiden. Another one sure would look nice. Here comes the pitch. Puts the ball into play to third base. Yes, it is out there into left field for his third base hit of the evening. That brings up the designated hitter, Weston McAlexander, to the plate. 2 plate appearances, 2 strikeouts so far for Weston. Puts the ball in play, but over the backstop for strike 1. as Weston gets ready for his second pitch of his current plate appearance. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for the first strike. Actually, second strike, excuse me. I forgot he fouled one back. 1-2 now, the count. One out. Here at the top of the fifth. Base runner at first. That one's going to be high to bring the count down to 2-2. Umpire didn't like that one. So now the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Weston McAlexander. Again, Aiden over at first. And here comes the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss for the third strike and the second out of the inning. As the Collierville coach makes his way out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Next batter for your Eagles will be catcher Lucas Dickey. Taking his his pitcher out. Just struck out a man. Taking his pitcher out. New pitcher coming in. Can't see his number yet. If he'll turn his back, it looks like it's number 14 that is taking the mound for the Dragons. Let me see if I have a number 14 for the Dragons. I don't know that I have a number 14 for the Dragons on my list. I didn't get a full picture of the entire lineup. But just take my word for it, there's a new Dragon pitcher on the mound. Again, we had senior night back on Friday. I hope all of you who weren't able to be there were able to catch the live stream on that. What a great evening for our seniors, honoring our 9 seniors on the team this year, along with our 2 senior managers. It was great to see their parents out there and a lot of friends and family out there in support of these young men and women who've given a lot of heart and a lot of soul to this program over the last 4 years. Several of them will be going on to play baseball at the next level. Most of them will be continuing their college education. We're excited for what the future holds in store for all of these young individuals. And again, we ask if at all possible, just come out and try to catch these individuals in action, sometime over the next 3 games in the regular season, or maybe even regional play. Go up to them and tell them how much you appreciate what they've given to this program over the last 4 years. Means a lot to them, means a lot to their parents as well. Never hurts to go up to the coaches and tell you how much you appreciate them as well. So, the young man has warmed up, and we are ready to move forward in the action this evening again to level set things. Your Eagles already have 2 outs on them here at the top of the 5th. There's a runner over at first. Aiden Bowling's there. And your catcher, Lucas Dickey, is at the plate. Puts the first ball back into the backstop for strike 1. This is Lucas's 3rd appearance at the plate. Base hit in the right field his first time up. Struck out his last time at bat. And now he's in the batter's box with an 0-1 count. That pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. 1-1 from the new pitcher. And Lucas gets ready for the 3rd pitch. And here it comes. That one's going to be inside. Bringing the count now to 2-1. Again, Aiden still at first. Your Eagles trailing in this contest by 5 runs, a score of 8-3. Lucas puts one over the head of the pitcher. The ball's going to get there to the second baseman. He's over to first for the 3rd out. And that's going to do it for your Eagles here at the top of the fifth. They picked up one hit, strand one, but didn't get anybody to cross the plate. And the score still remains after 4.5 innings of play. Dragons 8, Eagles 3. And we'll be back in just a minute. We're back to action, folks. Here at the bottom of the fifth. Again, your Eagles trailing this contest by a score of 8-3 as the Dragons send their next batter to the plate. They're back to the top of their order. So that means we're ready for the right fielder, number 10, Carson Chavez. First pitch, swung on, missed for the first strike for Mr. Chavez. Next pitch, a little outside to even up things at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, a great evening for baseball out here at Collierville High School. 75 degrees, just a beautiful evening. Next pitch doesn't find the plate. So that's going to bring things to 3-1. To the Dragon batter as Cooper Bird delivers, and that's going to be, he thought it was ball 4, but the umpire thought differently, and now we're looking at a full count to Mr. Chavez. Foul the ball back. Count still remains at 3-2. Same lineup for your Eagles defensively as last inning. Swing on and missed. And the first out is registered at the bottom of the fifth. Left fielders now due up for the Dragons. Number 19, Carson Chavis. It's his 4th appearance this evening. A walk, hit by a pitch, and a base hit to center field. And the first pitch to him is a ball to start things off on his 4th plate appearance. Fouled back for strike 1. Eagles trying to find a way to shut these gentlemen down and find a way to climb back in this trailing the Dragons by 5 runs here at the bottom of the 5th. Foul back. Bringing our count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 1 out here at the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch by Cooper Bird bounces up over behind the catcher. And now the count is at 2-2. So a 2-2 count. And strike 3 called for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back strikeouts for Mr. Bird. And the Dragons' next batter for this inning, the shortstop, number 9, Cade Leatherwood, who had a base hit to right field, struck out, and a walk. And here he is for his 4th plate appearance of the evening. And the first pitch didn't quite catch the corner. Ball won the call. And I continue to not put the graphics up on the computer. So sorry, folks. If I had count graphics, it would say 1-1 after that strike called by the umpire. But the bases are empty. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And a ball to bring things now to 2-1. So as Cooper gets ready for his next delivery in this exchange, here it comes. Hit sharply into left field for a base hit. After that base hit, that'll bring the second baseman Seth Brown to the plate. Seth's had 2 walks this evening and a base hit as well, as he now has a runner over at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The runner's off to the races. The throw's down to second. It's in time. I thought it was. I try to call him before the umpire does, and I've missed it twice tonight. Umpire calls him safe. I'm always giving the Eagles the benefit of the doubt. But the Dragon runner safe at second, as he is 90 feet closer to home. So now the Dragons have a runner at second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And their second baseman at the plate. There's a strike call for the second strike to Mr. Brown. Oh, didn't quite get called. There's a ball. So 2-1 now the count. Actually, 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to even things up now to 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 to the second baseman. Cooper looking for that 3rd strike. Oh, I thought he had it right there. And that's going to send the young man down to first. Now that the Dragons have runners now at first and second. The Dragon catcher now is in the batter's box, Trent DeSimplin. puts the ball high and play down the right field line. It's going to drop fair for a base hit, and it's going to score one runner for sure. And that's going to bring the score now to 9-3 in favor of the Dragons. So with runners now at second and third, the designated hitter Bryce Donalds is at the plate. And he fouls the first one back. Bryce has been consistent this evening. He has been to the plate 3 times and has walked all 3 times. So with the ball there, the count now 1-1 to the designated hitter, who here in the bottom of the 5th has runners at second and third and 2 outs. There's a strike. So 1-2 now the count to Mr. Donalds. Cooper 1 strike away from getting his teammates off the field. And he hits him. And that'll load up the bases yet again for the Dragons as the first baseman Griffin Baird makes his way to the plate. So bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Dragons up by 6 runs. And Cooper faces off. The first pitch, high for ball 1. Pitch number 2, hit high to left center. The left fielder is underneath. Neither one of them can make the play. Drops between both of them. And 2 runs will score for the Dragons. And that's going to bring Dylan Powell, the center fielder, up to the plate. So now the Dragons have runners at second and third. Still 2 outs. And the ball's pitched, gets past the catcher, and the runner from third will score. Bringing the score now to 12-3. A little high there for a ball. Plate the counts 1-1. Swing and a miss for the second strike of the exchange. Ball hit down the first base line, foul. Nice stop with the catcher to keep the runner from third coming in. So 2-2 down the count on the current Dragon batter. Runner at third. Fouls that back. Count still remains. 2-2. Again, 2 outs. Here at the bottom of the fifth. Dragons have added another 4 runs this inning, bringing the current score now. Actually, 3 runs, excuse me. Ball hit, foul, popped up. First baseman's there to make the catch, and that will end the inning for the Dragons. Dragons pick up 4 additional runs and now lead the contest by a score of 12 runs to 3 through 5 full innings of play. And we're back for the top of the 6th action. Leading off things for your Eagles. The top of the 6th, second baseman, Seamus Carrasco. Trying to get something going on this evening for himself and the Eagles. It's his 3rd plate appearance. 2 strikeouts so far this evening. As Seamus gets ready for his first pitch of the 6th inning. It's right there for strike 1. Next pitch to Seamus. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Again, the Eagles need to get something going if they're going to get back in this game. Down 9 runs here at the top of the 6th. And a swing and a miss for 3 quick strikes and the first out of the inning. So, entering the game, first time up at the bat, number 24, Alex Twig. Alex looks at his first pitch for a ball. So Alex Twig getting ready for his next pitch. And swing and a miss for him. Strike 1. Bringing his count to 1-1. Next pitch, definitely inside to Mr. Twig. That'll bring his count now to 2-2. Didn't quite catch the plate according to the umpire. And now Mr. Twig's looking at a full count, 3-2. Here at the top of the 6th inning. And the next pitch called strike for the second out of the inning. That'll bring the pitcher Cooper Bird now up to the plate. Third Eagle batter this sixth inning. 2 back-to-back strikeouts for the young pitcher. Starts out with a swing and a miss to Cooper. The next one's high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. That one's going to be a little bit inside. Bringing the count to 2 balls and 1 strike now. Again, we're at the top of the 6th. Eagles already have 2 outs on them. Ball 3, 3-1. 2 outs on them. The bases are wide open, trailing by 9 runs in this contest. And that's going to be ball 4. And the Eagles get a runner on base. Crowd getting into it out there tonight. We're back to the top of the order. Luke Ellis making his way to the plate. 4th plate appearance for him. Ball 1, the call for the first pitch. Luke's had 2 base hits and a strikeout. And now here he is in his 4th appearance. Puts the ball in play, foul. So now the count to Luke, 1-1. As he looks to try to get some rally going for his Eagles here at the top of the 6th. Puts the ball high down into center field. The center fielder's right under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. No hits, no runs for your Eagles. And through 5.5 innings of play, they trail the Dragons by a score of 12-3. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back here at the bottom of the 6th inning. As the Dragons. Okay, I don't have that young man. Let me see if I can find him real
Joey
quick.
Caruso? Is it what
Yeah, number 2, Joey Caruso. Glad to have a Dragon fan next to me over here to help me out here. Joey Caruso, first batter for the Dragons here at the bottom of the 6th. Takes his first pitch for a ball.
They might be subbing guys in now. See if I can get a roster that has everybody on it.
Next pitch, call a ball. So Joey now with 2 balls, no strikes to him here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball put in play. Oh, base hit into right field by Mr. Caruso. So the leadoff batter for the Dragons finds his way on base. So now they're back to the top of the order. Grayson Saunier, the right fielder, back up for his 5th plate appearance of the evening. So the first pitch to Grayson, call ball. So 1-0 now the count. 2 balls now. 2-0 the count. Again, the Dragons have a runner at first. It's a critical runner too. If he crosses the plate, that's the 10-run magic number. Popped up down the third base line. Should be plenty of room for the catch. And Gibby's there for the catch in the first out of the inning. Again, the Eagles do not need to let the runner at first cross the plate, or it will be over for your Eagles this evening. So that brings up number 19, Carson Chavis, the left fielder. Takes first pitch for strike 1. Next pitch, a little bit high and outside for ball 1, evening up things at 1-1. And the pitch, just a tad bit high. Bringing the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 2 man in the Dragon lineup. That's going to be outside. Ball 3 now, 3-1. The count, here we are at the bottom of the 6th. Again, 1 out. Dragons have a runner at first. Lead the contest by 9 runs. And that's going to send the man to first base with a walk. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Cade Leatherwood. Again, Eagles needing to find a way to shut the Dragons down this inning so they get another opportunity at bat. If a run crosses the plate this inning, should end the contest. And the first pitch for ball 1. Again, 1-0 the count. Put the ball is high and to play into center field. The center fielder's under it. Neither makes the catch. The runner tags. He's making his way to third. And the Dragons now have runners at first and third with 2 outs. So that's going to bring the second baseman, Seth Brown, to the plate, who has had 3 walks and a base hit this evening. He's trying to find a way to get his teammate from third in to end this game. The Eagles have got to stop that from happening any way they possibly can. Here comes the first pitch. And it's going to be low for ball 1. Swing and a miss for the first strike. So 1-1 now the count. One ball, one strike now to Mr. Brown. That ball's going to be a little outside, bringing the count down to 2-1. So again, the situation, ball put in play. That's got to be an out at first. And it's there for the out. Saving the run and giving the Eagles another opportunity to come to the plate. So they don't give up any runs here at the bottom of the sixth. And the score still remains Dragons 12, Eagles 3. And we'll be back for the last inning in just a moment. Okay, we're ready for the top half of the seventh inning. Your Eagles have got to find 9 runs somewhere to continue in this contest. They're being led off by third baseman Joseph Gibson, who takes the first pitch for a ball, starting the quest to find 9 runs. And the next pitch catches the outside corner. 1-1 now the count to Mr. Gibson. Again, catches the outside corner. 2 in a row for a 1-2 count. Again, Eagles down to their last 3 outs. Puts the ball in play, out into left field for a base hit to start things off for the Eagles. That'll bring up Kalen Culpepper, the shortstop, to see what he can do to help get Gibby around the bases. 4th plate appearance for Kalen. Hit by a pitch, flew out, popped out to third base his last time up. And here we have him at the top of the 7th. His team trailing by 9. A runner at first. And the first pitch called ball. Right down the middle for strike 1. Evening up the count at 1-1. He thought about it. Umpire says nope, he didn't go around. And now Kalen is looking at a 2-1 count. Again with his team trailing by 9 runs at the top of the 7th. little bit low for ball 3. Bring the count down to 3-1. Trying to find a way to get on base. Fouls the ball back. And now the count is full. Again, Joseph Gibson over on first. Kalen with a 3-2 count. No outs. Here in the top of the 7th, Kalen calls timeout. And now he's back at the plate. And the pitcher's now ready for the 3-2 pitch. And it's low. Maybe I had the count wrong. No, I didn't. That was ball 4. I just didn't see him making his way to first. So now you have the first 2 runners of the 7th inning on base. And that's going to bring the cleanup batter, left fielder, Aiden Bowling, to the plate. Again, no outs. Your Eagles trailing by 9. First pitch, inside corner, is caught for strike 1. Ball gets past the catcher. The runners will advance 90 feet. So now your Eagles have runners at 2nd and 3rd. And a 1-1 count on Aiden Bowling. Trying to get something going here at the top of the 7th. That's going to be an inside pitch. A 2-1 count. Catcher going to go out and talk things over with his pitcher. Giving him a chance to catch his composure. Now the catcher makes his way back behind the plate. Aiden moves into the box to continue with his 2-1 count. A little high and inside for the 3rd ball of the exchange. So 3-1 now the count. Again, your Eagles have runners at 2nd and 3rd. No outs. Ball put in play to the second baseman, who scoops the ball up, throws it over to first, and a run will cross the plate for your Eagles. So now, Eagles still trail 8 runs now. That'll bring Weston McAlexander, the designated hitter, to the plate. First pitch, whew, strike called. It looked a little bit outside to me, but again, he did not ask my opinion. That's 2 strikes to Weston. 3 plate appearances, 3 strikeouts for Weston. That one didn't find the plate. 1-2 now the count. Looking to get something going here. Puts the ball in play down third baseline, foul. The count still will hold at 1-2. Kalen Culpepper over at third base. First and second wide open. Again, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Your Eagles trailing by 8. And the 3rd strike called. And just like that, your Eagles are down to their last out of the contest. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Lucas Dickey. First pitch, called ball by the umpire. Here comes the next pitch. Ball's popped up. Plenty of room to make the play. That should be it for the game. And the catcher makes the catch for the third and final out of the contest. And that'll do it tonight. Folks, here at Collierville High School, where your Eagles fall to the Collierville Dragons by the score of 12-4. We thank you for listening this evening. We hope that you're able to come out and catch some live action, as your Eagles will be in play tomorrow night at Eagle Field at 7 o'clock. Come on out, catch some great baseball, and root these guys on. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to streaming and coming to you tomorrow night.